Welcome everybody to the big match. Rep football is back on the Newcastle Rugby League agenda for 2018. First grade is back on the agenda for the rep scene here, and we've got the Newcastle Rebels taking on the Massey Cup side from Sydney, and it's going to be a big match here at Maitland Sports Ground. And with me here today on this lovely cold winter's night, you'd have to say it's winter now, Macquarie Scorpions player, West Newcastle former player, and all-around bad guy, David Dryden. How are you, David?
Hey, mate, how are you?
Or is it Dirty Dave Dryden?
Oh, Dirty Dave's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Well, you've got to have a catchphrase, mate. But
right,
anyway, today it's the Newcastle Rebels who, as I mentioned before, back in the first grade, moving from the age division last year, which we saw. The first grade players getting the chance again to come along and show their wares, and a big game. Jersey's up for grabs. The New South Wales resident jersey, of course, going to play the Queensland resident side. So it should be a fairly physical, fairly free-flowing encounter here at Maitland.
Yeah, mate, it should. Like what you said, there's a couple of jerseys on offer with the New South Wales team, and we heard Brad Murray get interviewed last night, or a few nights ago, and he's pretty keen to chuck on that jersey. And I know a few of the other boys will want that chance to go up to Suncorp. And what about that experience playing at Suncorp as a curtain raiser like that? You wouldn't be able to sleep for a few days. You get excited watching there, and they've got the chance to play. So, mate, like what you said, there's it's going to be fast, it's going to be physical, and mate, I can't wait.
Yeah, it should be good. We'll go through the Newcastle's Rebels side. Of course, you're playing against and with a few of these players at the moment. A couple of players picked, I guess, not on form but experience, according to the competition so far in the Newcastle Rugby League. Tell us what you think. I guess Brad Murray coming in obviously adds a lot of experience in the halves.
Yeah, mate. I think on his day, Brad's probably, if he's not the best half in the comp, he's definitely in the top three. So, mate, look, he's here for a reason. He's all class, Brad, and I think he's just with his kicking game and communication, you'd put him there. It would have been really good to see if Andy Sumner didn't get injured, to see how they would have went there if T was the 9 and they picked Andy, because he was in red hot form, and so it would have been good. So I guess, mate, a few of the boys would have been picked on their reputation and maybe not form. I haven't seen too much first grade footy, only the last couple of weeks, but look, mate, it's hard to, I guess, judge the players that are there. You wouldn't. I don't think you'd.
Well, big news as well. Warren Shillings comes in as captain, very well deserved. He certainly is a player that leads by example. Follow me is I guess the way he plays his game.
Yeah,
certainly, and you're quite close to him.
Yeah,
should be a very good game from him.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it is. I was reading the paper late one night, on the Herald app, and I noticed he was named captain, and I sent him a message the next day, and he's like, mate, how did you know before I even knew? And I said, mate, I don't know, I just read it in the paper, but mate, he's
exclusive.
Bar TV exclusive. I just said to him, I said, mate, he must be pretty pumped, and he goes, yeah, he's really excited. I don't think he's captained too many teams, but he was the captain of the All-Stars this year, and you watch that game, again, and you see he definitely does lead by example. He's a passionate, proud forward, and he's a no-nonsense bloke, and he's got everyone's back. You go to war with Shillo behind you, and that's why I've been friends with him for so long.
On the Massey Cup side as well, plenty of NRL experience and plenty of, I guess, Toyota Cup and NYC stuff coming through. We've got the former New Zealand Warriors player, and I guess the rugby player over in Japan, Omar Shlamankov from the Mounties. He's certainly one to watch out for, as is their captain, Tim Robinson, played for the Seals and the Sharks as well. Yep. Eldest in the team at 30 years old, so definitely this Massey Cup side is a side which is true to the competition, picked on youth.
Yeah, mate, and I think after the trial game that we had in the New South Wales Challenge, you ran on there and you dead set looked like you were playing against under 18-year-olds, and so they are a youthful team, but they'll be fast and they'll be fit. And
you are a 33-year-old man that looks like he's 53, so
opposite, 33, and I look 23, except for the grey hairs. But just the winger Jordan Martin, pretty sure he was the bloke out of the NRL rookie, so it'd be good to see how he's progressed after his little stint on TV, and Kurt Aldridge played in the comp last year. So
yeah, he's also played with the Knights and the North Sydney Bears as well.
Yep.
He's in the Team of the Year last couple of years ago for the Ron Massey Cup, which a couple of these players are as well. Mitch Kennedy, versatile front rower out there in the 10 jersey, starting, can play and may push back. It'll be interesting to see how both sides use their interchange bench.
Yeah, mate, and that'll be probably one of the, I guess, the main factors into how the result ends. A lot of the things that are happening this year with our comp, with the reduced interchanges, they're leaving a lot of subs for the second half. So, mate, if that's the case, it probably will open up in the first half, of the last 5 or 10, and so mate, it'll be a good contest. I can't wait to see Paul Carter. He plays with plenty of passion, so it'd be good to see him darting out at 9. And
yeah, be good. He hasn't played too much 9 this season, I guess, has he, Paul Carter? So, but he's playing very well for his club side at the moment.
Yeah.
Phil Williams as well coming into this match. Of course, Curry legend himself. He's said to us before the game that they're planning to play a free-flowing type of game, plenty of attack. Chancing their arm at everything. Yeah,
mate, and I guess you have a look at the bench too. That's an indication of him wanting to play a free-flowing game. You got Simon Allen, and then you've got 3 back rowers, utility options there. So, mate, it looks like the middles are in for big minutes. I think, I'd say Schiller will probably move up the front row, and I guess they might rotate Simon Allen, and then the other boys wherever he sees fit. So, mate, I'm pumped. I reckon it'll be a good, hard, physical game.
Yeah, certainly is looking that way here at Maitland Sports Ground. Pretty good crowd for the Friday night football fixture, of course, here on Bar TV Sports. We've got plenty on over the weekend, including the Newcastle Rugby League, plus all your grassroots sport across all the regions, Illawarra, Canberra, and indeed Newcastle, Central Coast as well. Looking forward to this one. If you want to get in the game and grow the game, head to bartvsports.com.au and like us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course our YouTube channel, Bar TV Sports. Getting back now to it, the two sides ready to come out. You can see down there, we had the under-19s fixture early on. It was a pretty good game too there.
Yeah, mate, it was. I know the 19s coach, Andy Fawcett. I guess he's an up-and-coming young coach. He's got a lot of knowledge around the game, and he can't praise the 19s boys enough. He's loving it up here, and mate, it was a good contest. There was a couple of good shots in there and some energetic play, so it was good to see.
And here we go now. Sides coming out onto the field. This is the Ron Massey Cup side led out by their captain, Tim Robinson. And this should be a big game. We see on our screen there the man we're talking about, Omar Shlamankal. Interesting enough, was born in Pakistan, grew up in New Zealand, came over and played some rugby league for the Warriors, obviously, and then came over here, went back, played some rugby union in Japan professionally, and then came back again, and now he finds himself at the Mounties, who, of course, we all know what they can do in this Ron Massey Cup competition.
Yeah, no, it's I remember watching Foxtel, watching the Wyong Roos, and his name was there, and mate, he's pretty electric. He's got some nice footwork, and it's just on his little background there. It's probably not something you see the most as Shilo runs out, a Pakistani, New Zealand football player. So it's
Japanese
football, rugby union. So
he's certainly seen the world, and as you said, Warren Schilling's leading the Rebels side out, and you can see, interesting enough, the jerseys and the kit only got here this afternoon.
Yeah, mate, it doesn't even look like the standard, Newcastle blue and white, or however they want to, wear, or whatever they want to wear. So it's not a bad little outfit. And
well, there's a jersey change as well out there. Matt Hay, the winger, in the 22 jersey.
Mate, he loves a jersey swap, Matty. He never wears number 2 with the Scorps. I think he loves number 18, or he's actually lost a lot of his. He's lost a bit of pudding. So, mate, I'm actually shocked to have him in 22. I thought he might have stuck with number 2, but yeah, no, there's a nice little jersey. So I wonder if Tamu Cooper was like that as well.
So here we are with the kick-off. Referee pointing to his bench. As we're looking to start the game, and it's showtime here, Maitland Sports Ground. The kick going deep. It's a good one, and here we go for the first hit up, and met by a great wall defence there by the Rebels, Dave.
Yeah, mate, pretty strong challenge. Gets over the 20. Interesting to see my mate Randall Briggs test out his shoulder. He heard it last week, but mate, that contact, that tackle seems fine. That was a nice shot from Brendan Simpson.
Very good shot there by Simpson. So now they go to the right, looking to play their way out of their own half here at Maitland Sports Ground. Quick little scoot out of dummy half, played back to the right. Here's Omar stepping off the right and getting up towards the 30-metre line with a good chance now on the last tackle. It'll be interesting to see what option they take here as Aldridge stands back, puts it nice, deep and high, coming across under a lot of pressure there, taken very nicely there by Josh Charles. 10 metres out, so now Newcastle Rebels first time with the ball here today. And again met by some good defence there, led by the captain Tim Robinson, as Matt Hay gets them out and gets them up to the 22. And penalty early on, offside. So, Dave, the game played pretty quickly, and that was fairly easy metres up the field, to be fair.
Yeah, mate. Matty Hay seemed to do that pretty easy, but that's his strength, mate. There's nothing flush about Matty. He tucks it in between his chest, and he runs hard, and he keeps the legs pumping. So, mate, great effort. Reward that penalty to Matty Hay.
Yeah, Brad Murray finds touch. As we go now back in, see you offloading. That is a very good shot, but still going up towards the 40-metre line there. As we see now, Carter goes back to the left. Here's Shillings, the captain, taking them forward. And this looks pretty easy at the moment here for the Rebels. CUC on the right, they go to Murray on the left. Cut out ball. A little bit of footwork looking for the offload. Can't quite get it. They're 22 out now, the Rebels. And here's Murray again. Murray with a quick little kick, cheeky little kick in behind for CUCU. Almost finding it. It's all around everywhere. This could be a try.
Oh, he got there.
CUCU, the ball was around everybody's feet. And that is the first try of the match, David.
Yeah, mate, that was great work for T. Just following up the kick there. That might be a little central call that they had there. The connection coming together there. And, well done, T. He didn't stop fighting. It was a bit of a scramble there with the defence there. I don't know what was going on, but you can see that was definitely a premeditated move, and great work there by T. He missed the first opportunity, and it looks like they're playing a bit of soccer there. But
well, no one wanted to jump on it. That's the first rule, isn't it? You learn that when as an under-8.
Mate, you sure do. You just jump on any loose ball. But no, great start, and pretty impressive forward pack that the Rebels have got, and that they. Seemed pretty easy, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. The metres up the field off the back of that penalty, certainly, they got 40 metres at the blink of an eye, I guess.
Yeah.
And Brad Murray with the kicking duties here tonight. And the flags go up.
What do you reckon? They had some conversations at training. Hey, T, about you look after my back, I'll look after yours, and we'll go to Queensland together.
Well, funny you say that. Brad Murray was having a joke with us at training. Went out to training during the week, and he was surprised to even turned up to training.
Oh, mate,
he said he would have got captain if he had made the training.
Yeah, mate. He would have been at the gym at 4 a.m. T. He's always there.
So here's Aldridge now with the restart. It's a wobbly-looking kick. Finds some green space. Funny bounce. They'll be forced back onto their 10, but that is a good kick and should have got to that on the full in the end, and again led by their captain Robinson in defence as they go back to the right on the short side. Nice run there by Herman. Now they look to get on the front foot as Shillings, the captain, tries to offload, does so, gets it to Carter now. Looking for some space out wide was Randall Briggs, but he takes them on. They're finding a bit harder this set here as Carter goes again from dummy half. He looks dangerous, doesn't he, in the 9 jersey?
Yeah, mate, he does. One thing I noticed about Carter in... Yep, sorry about that. Yeah, no, one thing I noticed about Carter in the first couple of games, watching him, is he'll have unlimited chances of offloading, and he'll let it go every time. So he's an exciting footballer. I can't wait to see how he goes throughout the game.
So turnover there, Martin with the ball. Now he plays it, and now they go up towards the 30-metre line here. The Ron Massey side. It'll play out a dummy half, goes in behind. This could be trouble here. Omar stepping off his left. Now looking off, loses his footing there, but he is electric off that left foot. Down the left edge. And here they come back in field. Holding the ball up was Mitch Kennedy. Offloading now. Flick out the back. And now the Rebels come up with it. And that's a good carry there by Williams. Up to the 22, so a few mistakes come into play early on. They look bunched now, the Rebels, as they try to ruck the ball out of their own half. Carter looking for options both sides. And now they go across field. This is better defence here by the Ron Massey side, finding it tough early on, but they found their defensive line is going forward up towards the halfway now. The Rebel side. Carter out of dummy half. Gets it back and the chase is good. We hear the referee. And here's Schlamankel. Didn't look too rushed to hit that back there, did he?
No, mate, he didn't. And, you know, I guess the kick chase wasn't too energetic either, but he ran into a bit of a brick wall there with Shillo and Brad Murray. And I think Wowes gave him a bit of treatment on the ground, so it was good. Welcome to Maitland.
And this wonderful new facility, that is the Maitland Sports Ground. Little flick pass out the back. Looking to offload there was Brendan Waters. Highly rated.
They're definitely not letting anything leave in the bag, are they? They're throwing the ball around and promoting it pretty well, the Ron Massey Cup team.
Yeah, definitely. Little chip over the top there, not really warranted. Is now Matt Simon. Plenty of raps on this young fullback, but that's a good tackle there as he tried to find some space out of his own 10 metres.
Yeah, he's been on fire lately, Matty Simon. He hasn't stopped trying all game, and his energy on the field's pretty crazy. He doesn't stop, and he probably only got that fullback spot with the Scorps through injury with Kyle Ether. He was looking real dangerous. Kyle, out the back, he's probably not the same fullback as Matty. Matty's pretty flashy with footwork, but Kyle had a lot of class with the ball. So, great work for Matty Simon taking all the opportunity that he gets.
Well, they work that out. That's a good kick there by Murray deep into the Ron Massey half. And now looking to hit the ball back. The line a little bit stagnant there by the Rebels, and almost forcing himself through was Jordan Martin. So Schlamankel now in a dummy half. Offloading, and the Rebels, they look like they're struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, mate. Their line speed's just dropping off a little bit there as the winger makes some easy meters, and mate, they're probably just about to get their second wind, and I guess they're starting to realise how quick Ron Massey play and how up tempo it is.
A little short side play here. This could be trouble.
And that nine's taken off every time he gets a chance to. If they're not square or the markers aren't there, he's gone before.
Turns over there by Jordan Martin. So now they find themselves 10 metres out again, the Rebels. Can they go coast to coast? Oh, that's a good tackle there. Is it Kupu finds the brunt of it there? And this defence here by Ron Massey, they've really picked it up. And it's a bit more intense than what it started. Oh, coming off the top of the head there. See, you see, it's going to be called a knock on. We might get a replay on that because I thought maybe he passed it into the head of the opposition player.
Yeah, didn't look too much off face value, but yeah, it looks.
He's unlucky there, so you see.
Yeah, I think so, mate. But mate, pretty impressed with how Ron Massey's they've just flicked the switch in the last couple of minutes, haven't they? That line speed just there was really quick, and they'll up in the face with with Terrence getting the ball and force the error.
Well, it may have been the case of the City Slickers coming to town and underestimating the Rebels early on, but now certainly is. Now Schlamankel looking to find something out wide. Can't, goes himself, and he finds himself a couple of metres out from the try line.
He's got some swift feet on him, doesn't he?
Mihinick, he's very fast himself. And now comes out Morris. Was looking for the pass there. Free band. One out calling for it. They go behind. Waters now looking for his halfback there in Davies. Davies will kick in behind. This will be close. This won't be close. This will be a try to Miski on the left.
Yeah, that's smart footy from the half there. he had a quick look up. He saw Simon Williams sprinting off his edge and try to shut it down. And that's a great bit of football smarts from the half there. And
yeah, Rhys Davies, yeah, he's highly rated in this Ron Massey Cup. He shares the name with his Welsh counterpart, but firmly.
Look at this. Yep, sees him coming. Little grubber in behind, and that's great.
Miski looks a lot like Josh Mansour, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a bit of Josh Mansour about him. Hopefully, we see him in the clear and see if he's got pace like him as well. But
he's unmarked there, and plenty of pressure. They created the overlap there, didn't they, with that second man play?
Go away, Jake Briggs. Yeah, mate, it was pretty impressive set, really. Like, you think about the defence and then forcing that error, and then nothing out of the ordinary. They're just playing what's in front of them. Like I said before, great little football smarts about the Rhys Davies putting a nice little kick in for his winger.
Well, this is Ulrich here. Obviously played up in the Newcastle competition, knows a bit about it.
I reckon he would have been given the coach a bit of feedback around who he might think's the danger man and
the flag stayed down there. So 6-4 is the score. Newcastle just hanging on in front here as Matt Simon brings the ball back for the restart. And it's been played at a very fast pace. Only 11 minutes gone so far in the match.
Guess it would be a good indication of how fast it really is, Gareth, with the forwards, the first rotation in the middle, or who's coming off and when. Both forwards or middles normally punch out a good 25-30 minutes in the local comp, so we'll find out soon, I reckon.
It'll be interesting to see what Phil Williams does there. As Jordan Martin takes another hit up, he's driven back this time. Free ban it is, and he gets them up over the 30. Davies calling for it on the left. They go to the right. Oh, that is a very good hit. But they managed to offload here, Ron Massey, and now stepping off the right. And, look at this. We know he's very quick. Minhinick, he's got support on the inside. Ulrich. He was clear under the sticks. Matty Simon went for the intercept. Didn't quite get it. It was electric on both sides of the ledger there, Dave.
Yeah, mate, that was unlucky. I think
we look at the replay there.
Center, yeah, Josh
Minhinick,
he turned Randall inside out, and that's a pretty rare feat. Randall's he's not a bad defender, and I seen Matty Simon do that last week. It was 2-on-1 with the winger and fullback, and he got the intercept and changed the game and got Macquarie back in. So he's known for that intercept.
Ron Massey with the ball. They go to the left looking for support, trying to find the overlap there with Miski. It was Shane Keel who took the ball to ground. Here he is now, Miski, dancing around and gets them to the 22. With a swarm of Rebels players there. Kupu told to get out, and now offloading the ball. Spinning away from the tackle there was the captain, Robinson, still going. Up to the 10. Davies on the left, wants the ball. Again, they go to the right. Nice little short ball there, almost getting through was Morris. So penalty. Ron Massey really stepping it up now. And here he is again, Robinson. Throws the dummy, goes back towards his right. They go behind. Free ban almost getting through. Is he through?
Oh, that was lucky. I think he must have lost it trying to put it down. I think Tamu went for a big shot and he ended up getting his...
dropping the ball over the line.
Yeah.
And again, the defensive line for this Ron Massey Cup has really lifted since the opening stanza. As that time Ryan Walker looking for some space, going across field. Free ban in the tackle. He's been pretty good, the lock forward. Offloading there. Ryan Walker on the edge. Gets them up over the halfway.
Oh, sneaky
With some-
offload.
Yeah, nice little offload there. Still
Play on.
going, play on. Matt Herman bumping a couple off as well, up to the 22. Here's Carter now with another quick little dart out of dummy half. Murray calling for it. He'll get the ball. Has options. Goes flat ball across to Herman. Herman with a flick pass. Oh, it was almost on in the corner there, but just couldn't hold on the ball. It was Simon Williams.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky. I think the halves and Paul Carter might struggle getting that combination right. You know, Carter's jumping out a lot, and I think they're probably three dominant ball players. So, you know, I think they set up all right there, but they might just have to. Carter might just have to time his runs a little bit better. But I was a ripper of a left-right ball from Murray to
It was, wasn't
to
it?
the centre or to Matty Herman. It put him straight on the edge and.
Almost getting away with a flick pass there as well. Here's Miski coming off his wing, looking to get it up out of their 22, just short as he's taken down by the captain there, Shillings. So penalty blown. Now the fourth penalty in favour of the Ron Massey side. So they're going to have to watch their discipline a little bit here, the Rebels, because they can't afford to give them easy meters up the field, up on the halfway now. Davies looking for runners, finds his front rower in Kennedy.
It's definitely a good wrestle going on from both sides.
Freeband picked up and driven into the ground. Here's Robinson now. Robinson, he's been good, the captain. Now up to the 22. Davies. Waters on the right. Coming out of dummy half again was Aldridge, but he'll cough up the ball on the 22, so it'll be a Rebels feed.
Nah, it's going the other way, mate.
We might try and get a replay on that, because I thought definitely losing the ball when it came into contact. I don't think he tried to get the ball away. 6-4 the score, 17 minutes down. Yeah, definitely. I thought that was contentious, to say at the very least, that call, as we look at the replay again.
Yeah.
He went to throw the ball, and anyway, they go. The right Waters stepping off his right foot, can't find support. Taking around the bootlaces there. And now they go back to Aldridge. Aldridge looking for the line. And he's scored. Yeah, he's claimed it. He's got over. Just by the skin of his teeth there, and that is another try, Aldridge. So now Ron Massey will hit the lead for the first time here today.
Yeah, great work from Aldridge there. He's jumping out. He's taking every chance that he gets, Kurt Aldridge. As soon as he finds a quick play the ball or the markers aren't square, he's taken off. That's, you know, and it's paying dividends there. And it's, who did he get through? Warren Shillings and Matty Simon look like they'll trying to make the tackle there. And, you know, personally, I know Schiller he'll be pretty upset with that. So look out for the next set of 6. He'll be trying to make up for that. But great work from Kurt.
Yeah, definitely. He has been electric out of dummy half. Both hookers have been dangerous, haven't they? Really testing the marker defence.
Yeah, you can see that both teams are trying to play that up-tempo football. And, you know, I guess probably off the back of that, they'd be trying to kick to the corners and make the other team force the error. And at the moment, it's the Rebels that are forcing the error or giving them a piggyback to get them out the end.
Well, that time the kick and the conversion is successful. The flags go up. So 10 points to 6. Ron Massey Cup lead the Newcastle Rebels here at Maitland Sports Ground. As Matt Simon, he looks to hurry the ball up and get the restart underway. 20 minutes almost down. Well, look, there's a couple of players warming up down on the benches down there. As Simon now with a nice high kick going towards the sideline, but taken nicely on the far side by Menhenick.
He's got the freakiest boot, Matt Simon. He puts up the weirdest sort of kicks. You know, good luck to anyone that catches him on the full.
Well, this is a good run here by Jordan Martin, getting them up to the 40-metre line. There's Kennedy now. Kennedy goes across field and evades one tackle, but he's driven sideways and coming over the top there.
Have a look at this.
Was Paul Carter. We might have a look at the replay here, but he's certainly launched himself at him then, David.
Yeah, I think he was filthy at the pretty poor miss that he had in the middle and gave him some extra treatment. So it's a bit of a miss, and then he's, watch this, clock it. And there we go.
Nothing wrong with that at Maitland.
No, not at all. Welcome to Newcastle Rugby League.
So Shane Keel takes a tap, goes himself that time. Ashcroft looking for a run. Hasn't seen too much of Ashcroft. He tries some footwork and gets tackled 10 metres out. Robinson turned back on the inside and read nicely there by the Rebels defence. Oh, coming out again is Aldridge. Aldridge is going to be stopped short this time.
Yeah, great awareness from Matty Herman there. Not biting on him.
Free band in a dummy half. They go behind to Waters. Waters looking for the little kick in behind. Simon comes across and gets out of his in goal. Nice work by the fullback.
Yeah, mate, it was great work from Matty, and touching on what I spoke about earlier, the urgency, that just shows there. Not many of the defence from the Rebels on the left edge tried to turn to get that, but Matty was there, and great work for Walks there to earn a penalty to help the boys get out of their half.
So yeah, that's a nice penalty earned there, as you said, Brad Murray. And now with the ball, they haven't been starved of the ball, but it seems like they haven't had much of the ball here, the Rebels.
Yeah, no, they haven't. They seem to be making good meters and getting down.
That's
the
a
other
good
end
run and good hit by Kupu in the
contact.
19. Carter goes to the left. Randall Briggs this time. He's met in a very solid tackle of 3.
Their wrestle's pretty impressive, the Ron Massey boys. They're definitely working together and slowing the play the ball down.
Good run there by Simpson. Here's Schilling. Schilling's getting them up over the halfway. This is a better set here for the Rebels as they try and get to the corners here. The CUC now looking for support. Gets out of a tackle. Now finds support on the far side by Williams. Williams gets them over the 30-metre line. Now here's Murray. Murray now looking to put the ball across field and high. In the end, taken easily by Jordan Martin. Didn't really get the height on the bomb. He probably would have wanted there, Murray.
No, I think Muzz was going for a...
That was a terrible pass there.
Yeah, that was. It was pretty ordinary. Yeah, I think Muzz was just going for a massive torpy there and just didn't get it right. But they got the result in the end, and the hooker throwing a pretty ordinary.
Yeah, Aldridge
pass.
came out of dummy half, didn't he? He was caught wrong-footed, slipped, and still tried to get the ball away, as we see right there. And Hinnick had no chance at all.
Nah. Bit too far in front of him, and they've got to work hard now. Ron Massey, they've had most of the ball the last 5 minutes, so 10 minutes really. See how they go indeed.
So here come the Rebels. Simon with the ball, turning Williams on the inside as they swoop around looking to play to the right, but no, they'll go to the left. Kupu now. Again, he's been solid in attack. Couple of misses in defence though so far. We're looking for some big shots as now they go to the left. Schillings takes them out 5 metres out. And here's Murray. Murray dummies, double pumps, goes himself. Can't find the line though. Now Carter coming out. Oh, it's been intercepted there. Martin read it well, but offside, says the referee.
Yeah, well done to Carter there, as he looks like he's hurt himself. He's grabbing at his pec. Hopefully it's not a pec injury, but...
Trips, falls, and gets the ball away. Intended for Walker, and now they come and hit back. Good run again. It was Briggs that time. Now they go to the left. Murray going through, almost going himself. Couple of metres out now.
What's going
There's
on?
all sorts of goings on there. And they'll earn themselves another penalty. And Carter, yeah, he looks in a fair bit of trouble there with that peck.
Yeah, he keeps going to it. Keeps trying to, I don't know, adjust something.
So Simpson now, he's the biggest man out there. Shillings plays under. Here comes See You.
Oh, that's
Nice
unlucky.
little short ball, wasn't it? Well read, though,
Great line.
in the end by Ashcroft. Now, that's been intercepted that time. It's fair. And that was the captain again, Tim Robinson. Probably the best on the field at the moment, the captain.
Yeah, both props. Both number 8s, Brendan Simpson and Robinson, they're having a great crack at each other. Their workload is quite high. So it's a nice little battle.
Miskey now with some quick metres up the middle. Here's Omar dummying. And he's met by Kupu. But that is easy yards up over halfway, to be fair.
Yeah,
and now out of dummy half again, Aldridge.
Yeah,
marker defence almost non-existent there at the moment. Now here's Davies, ball in hand, puts it up nice and high. Simon is going to be under plenty of pressure. He does so well, though. Took in the field of play and manages to stay somehow in the field of play.
Yeah, no, it was a great take. I thought he was nearly going to get in his own dead ball and get the 20-metre start, but a great catch there by Matty Simon. But again, just on Kurt Aldridge, you just saw it there. You know, one marker wasn't there. He was working his way back, and he just takes off. He's not letting the defence get any rest at all. Great strong carry and good bump, Matty Hay.
As they come forward now, this is a very good defensive set here by Ron Massey. They earned themselves a penalty, though, the Rebels. It was much needed.
Yeah, it was.
Under pressure.
It was, and it put that back to, Matty again. Yeah, if you have a look at the replay, if we can get one, and just have a look at his run. Like there's nothing about him. It's just hard work. It's just legs drive, and he gets a great bump on old mate. He sends him back 4 or 5 metres. But anyway.
So Murray now offloading Kupu. He's played plenty of minutes here. As we see the first change out there, Cullen's on the field.
The captain's leading well too, Gareth. He's getting through some workload as well.
Wyborn comes on as well. See you. Turns on the inside. Little set move for Simon. Simon goes without the ball. Would have been probably called forward anyway. But that's a nice, well-worked move for future reference.
Yeah, mate, and it nearly worked straight away. I guess that's probably something that Phil might pick up on. It's, with the speed of the line, yeah, it looked a bit forward there from Matty, but yeah, I think that might be where the success is in the second half or the last 12. It's been pretty quick, so I think if they shift the forwards around a little bit and might move from side to side, there might be a bit of success up the middle.
So scrum being set, we've also got Wyborn on the field as well in the 18 jersey.
And so is Mitchy Cullen in 15, so I'm just trying to have a look. Simpson must be off.
Yeah, he's got through plenty of work, hasn't he, Simpson? Both attack and defence as Briggs comes to the scrum.
Looks like Carter's off as well.
Yeah, Carter has come from the field. Maybe succumbing to that pec injury. We'll get a bit of a call on that at half-time. Running across field at that time was Miskey. And that'll be a penalty. Well drawn, well worked.
Yeah, he sold that well, didn't he? It's a bit like that pass from dummy half, when the marker's on the ground, they just chuck it into him in the NRL, and here you go, have a penalty.
Yeah, it's
pretty ordinary.
Sold better than the lady selling the hot chips at the canteen.
I don't think T was doing too much there. I think he was trying to stay out of it. Anyway.
Referee calls a bit of time off. But anyway, they've got Thompson on the field as well now for his first hit up of the game in the 15 jersey. You can see on your screens there on Bar TV. Nice run again there. Mitch Kennedy driving forward. Coming out is Aldridge. Almost the intercept there for Briggs. Would he have made the full length of the field there, Dave?
Mate, 5 years ago, yes. Not tonight, I don't think.
Well, we see here, it was well read.
Yeah, mate, it was. Same as last week, he's picked a few intercepts, Randall, and, you know, that the boys have got a knack for just picking up these intercepts and just run them in. They read the defence really well, and, yeah, like I said, 5 years ago, I reckon Randall would probably go closer rather than length, but he's put a bit of muscle on, so it might have slowed him down a little bit.
So just waiting for this scrum to be set. And they come out to Davies. Davies finds nobody there. And Hinnick now, he gets the ball 10 metres back from where the scrum was set. So they lose metres on that play. Now Keel in a dummy half. Here's Miskey with a flat ball. Contentious maybe, I thought, as they went to the 22, is now turning the ball inside and free being taken nicely. Centre field, now they go to the right, losing the ball that time. Jack Morris and Simon cleans up the scraps here for the Rebels.
Wonder if, it'd be interesting to see if the Rebels just settle a little bit with Benny Wyborn there, just feeding the sixes and the 6 and 7, and letting the forwards. I think you look at the pack and it's a great pack, the boys, and it'll be interesting to see if just the simple 9 get straight to the forwards and feeding their 6 and 7s to see how much it changes.
Well, Mitch Cullen takes that one forward. Here he is now, Wyborn out of dummy half. So.
Thanks for proving me wrong.
Just as you say that, he takes a well-earned scoot. Now Murray goes wide. This could be trouble here. Ryan Walker getting outside his man. Could be close. And that will be a try.
Wow.
What a turn of foot. What a show of speed.
That just looked way too easy. He caught the ball. I think he caught the ball nearly, standing still, walks, and he got straight on the outside of his opposing man. And any sort of gap Walks is going to hit.
Well, he didn't find the gap. He made the gap, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. He did.
He got around his players. We'll see the replay shortly. But what a turn of speed here by Walker. And again, Murray.
Look at that bang. Thanks for coming.
Well, we know Mihinic. We've seen him motor. He's got some jet shoes himself.
Mate, he does. Mate, you played with him. I played with him last year, and at West, and he's just a freak with what he does and how he prepares himself. But for me, like when we played in the knockout together, it was just it went to another level. You just see the slightest little things that he does. That when you're out there a little bit more, it's them moves where he's getting on the outside of his man before he even catches the ball. It's the silky footwork and that explosive speed that he has. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it certainly gives the selectors, I'd say, a bit of a headache out there because both centres showing some good form for both sides.
Yeah, mate, they are. It's a good contest at the moment. I'd probably be feeding that left edge a little bit more with Brad and Randall and Walks. I'm not saying that the right edge is bad or anything, but you just see, look, that's probably the first time they've given Walks some early ball, and that's what he does. So
Murray hits it, comes across the face of the goal, and that one waved away. So 10 apiece here at Maitland Sports Ground. About 7 minutes remaining in the half. Of course, this game brought to you by Bar TV Sports. If you want to grow the game and grow your competition, get on Facebook and get on the website, bartvsports.com.au. So kick here, Aldridge goes deep this time. CUC looking for it, caught in the lights. And taking it back here is the captain, Schilling. Schilling's good run, he goes across field, finds centre field, almost finds himself on the left edge there. And now they go back to the left through Wyborn. Offloading there from dummy half.
Simon Allen's on as well, Gareth. There's another change. Is it... Do they only have the 8 interchanges like normal?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's how it's going to be played here tonight. Wyborn to Cullen. Cullen takes one up. Fiery redhead trying to kick out of the tackle there.
He is. He's a cranky little man.
And now Brad Murray getting a ball. Oh, that's turned back at right angles in towards Jordan Martin, who is met with a wall of defence by the Rebels. That's a better kick chase there.
Great kick chase. Heaps better.
Here's Miskey with a little dance there, trying to get over the 22 and does so. Looking to play on quickly here, the Ron Massey side. Miskey standing in dummy half. He'll take one as well, so second hit up of the set for Miskey and finds about 10 metres there. Aldridge this time kicking from dummy half over the top there of Hay.
That's a great
That's a
nudge.
lovely kick, isn't it?
That's a great nudge.
He's been impressive, Aldridge.
Mate, he has. He's really impressed me. I remember him playing in the Newcastle comp, and I don't know if it was because he was up and down with the Knights and that, but I don't remember him leaving this sort of mark on him. I'm rating him. I reckon he's probably the best player out there so far.
Well, he's been in the Ron Massey Cup side a couple of times now, so he's obviously played with the North Sydney Bears as well.
Yeah, he's definitely a class player, and that's what I mean. You know, like from when he was up here at Newcastle, I'm pretty sure he was at Maitland as well. You know, he probably would have been because he was up and down with Cup and playing local league, but yeah, mate, he's on fire at the moment.
So Rebels feed, and here he comes now, the try scorer Walker, trying to ignite something out of his own 22 and gets them up to the 22, and that's a good run there. Oh, he's driven back though, good defence. Matt Herman was picked up, now out of dummy half.
Haven't seen much of this, mate. This bloke, Gareth, Josh Charles, is a really strong ball runner, and you know he probably hasn't come in too much to help the boys out. His scoots are just crazy.
And Cullen's taken down there on the 30 now as Murray decides to kick the ball downfield. There's nobody at home.
40-20 if that goes out.
It may just go out. Oh, it stops, and that is a beautiful stuff by the Rebels halfback. 40-20, and everybody giving him a pat on the head, and that is why he is Newcastle's number one halfback, or rated there. So
yeah, mate, that just shows his class, and that's why he's got that hashtag of the 9th Immortal. And that's his kicking game. You know, some people might think he's not in form, but you know he's just got that touch. He's just a freak, Brad Murray.
So taking them forward now is Allen. Allen stopped mid-track there, 10 metres out. They go back towards Murray. Defence is up fast, turning Briggs back on the inside. Briggs dancing, spinning, can't get away and tries to get a ball away. Does. Back, says the referee. Now Murray looking for runners there, finds Walker. Walker dummies. He'll take it down 10 metres out. So looking to advance the ball at all costs. Here that ball comes across the face there. Allen takes another hit up. Not making much ground here, but certainly setting up for something as Cullen now takes it forward. In behind, CU goes to Williams. Williams now on the outside.
Oh, unlucky.
Couldn't quite get there, Josh Charles. He's probably about a metre out. Now Herman, probably not intended for the ball there. CU was calling for it. As now they go wide. Chillings is outside CU. Nice kick across the face of everybody there, but Waters, I think, is the man that picked it up, dances away, gets them 10 out.
Yeah, good hands from the 5'8 there, Brendan Waters, and found his front try. He's got some fancy.
Jordan Martin got through there. Just slipped through. There was nothing doing. So now the Ron Massey Cup side on the front foot again. Here's Mihinic. 45 out.
Can just notice the captain get a bit angry for the Rebels.
Inacisio, he busts through, has support. Can he find Aldridge? Aldridge running for the try line. Aldridge flick pass inside. And that's going to be called back for a knock-on against the Rebels, is it? We might get a replay on that because I just thought the flick pass went to nobody, but that certainly lit up. He's just come on the field, and Inacisio, we know he's damaging, we know he's quick, and coming off the bench.
Look at
Very
T trying
dangerous,
to grab
yeah.
him. Oh, must have come off walks there.
Yeah, it did in the end, and he did well to back up there too,
Yeah, mate,
the number 17 in Inacisio.
Yeah. Fresh legs, straight up the middle. Assessed the situation pretty well and squared up the fullback, the draw and pass.
So it's like Davies has come from the field in place of Inacisio. He only just came on the field, the number 17. So Aldridge shifted to halfback.
That's pretty interesting, isn't it? It's probably moving your most dangerous player from his preferred spot. I probably would have kept him there.
Well, I don't know. Inacisio certainly went up the middle
Oh,
there
yeah.
and
Yeah, true.
lit the crowd up here at Maitland. But yeah, it will be interesting to see how Aldridge handles it. He's got the ball now and he makes no mistake there. So that'll be half-time there. The score 10-12 in favour of the wrong Massey Cup side. What'd you take out of that first half, Dave?
Mate, it's a great contest, isn't it? You know, 12-10 to Ron Massey. It's fast, it's physical. You know, they're both playing expensive football, and you know they're not going to die wondering. And mate, I'm really impressed with the 9 from Ron Massey. Aldridge, he's controlling it really well, and as soon as there's a bit of a defensive lapse, he takes off, and I think that's where Ron Massey have scored all their points. So, mate, that's pretty impressive. But I think you know it's been a great contest, and you know the Newcastle boys won't give up. So, you know, I'm pretty pumped for the second half.
It's going to be a great second half here at Maitland Sports Ground. You're watching live on Bar TV Sports. We're going to take a quick break and come back with all the second half action. Welcome back, everybody, to Bar TV Sports coverage of the big rep game here for New South Wales Rugby League. We've got the Newcastle Rebels 10, Ron Massey Cup 12. So the home side are trailing at the moment. But it's been a very good, fast-paced match and plenty to come out of it and plenty up for grabs with the New South Wales residents' jerseys ready to take on the Queensland side. And with us in the commentary box, Dave Dryden. Dave, what did you make out of that first half? I know it was very, very quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate, it was. Both teams are playing pretty similar. They went for quick play the balls, and they're working off the back of that. The defence is pretty strong. I think both teams are working really hard in defence. They're getting 3 numbers in. From the Rebels' point of view, you're seeing blokes that we watch all the time, that regularly find their front and they don't get dominated, and they're getting worked over and dominated here. So, mate, both teams are working really hard for each other. It's a close contest, and it's probably been a little bit scrappy in parts too, with a few drop balls here and there. And I think both teams could definitely improve, but I'm more interested to see the Rebels, how they handle it. They don't have. They don't seem to have too much size on the bench, or they've only got, they only had Simon Allen as a notable front rower. So it'd be hard for them to come back, and I think the only one left on the bench is Jimmy Elias. So a tough task for the boys, I think. If the Ron Massey keep playing this up tempo physical game, it might take a toll on the boys that have just played a full half. Warren Shillings and Brendan Simpson and Tamu, they've all played. They've had a massive workload. So, mate, interesting, and I'm pumped.
Yeah, definitely. As we see the two sides come out onto the field, it'll be Ron and Massey to kick off the second half. Rebels will be receiving and running right to left on your TVs at home, as we see the try scorer there, Walker, who absolutely lit up that left edge. That was a tongue twister, Dave.
Yeah, mate, it was, and I think the centre would be feeling the same after Walk stitched him up. I was talking to him and seeing a few posts on Facebook today. He reckons all the success that Cody's having with the Rabbitohs is all from him.
So there we go, and now we see the kick-off. So the start of the second half here in this rep fixture at Maitland Sports Ground, and certainly Maitland have turned it on for this one. As now the Rebels try to get it out of their own half, and that's a very good hit there by Freeban.
Matty Herman's having a fat game, Gareth. He's coming off his edge and getting involved a fair bit.
Certainly playing up the middle a little bit as well, isn't he, Herman? And now coming across to Murray. Murray finding Briggs. Briggs straightens the attack up to the 40, finding about 10 metres off that run. So here's Cullen. Cullen. Oh, that's a good hit.
Holy
Inacicio came off the line and absolutely whacked Mitch Cullen as the kick now goes forward.
Can we try to get a replay of that?
Slave ankle. We will get a replay on it shortly.
But
what about the hit? And Cullen comes back there for a bit of
revenge, I guess, maybe.
I guess, yeah. Definitely put it on his backside by the littler man.
Yeah, but when he got up, I don't think he knew where he was.
Inacicio, yes.
Inacicio, yeah.
So a little knock-on found there by the referee. As Brad Murray takes the ball, we'll look at the replay right here. Just coming out of the line, and that's how you hit him.
Great hit. Look, he's looking up. He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, he came to Maitland, ended up in Cessnock.
Great hit. Good work to Mitchy Cullen. He got up pretty quick. But great work too. Great collision.
Yeah, very good hit. It's always good to see. Now coming out the back.
I think that previous set of six back, Gareth, with the boys having a few, the Rebels boys having a few hit ups and then shifting a quick shift. I think that's where they'll have success. Their back rowers are pretty quick, and then they can hit back up the middle.
Williams is brought down, almost on the 22. Now playing a little bit wider this half, the Rebels. Cullen certainly added a bit of width there. Flat ball, can't go with it there, Allen.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there, Simon Allen. He might have just had a quick look at the D, or might have been a
flat ball off that big chest.
Ball off that big chest. That's what I was looking for.
As we see the replay here, the hole was there definitely. He changed his angle, and the ball was definitely bulleted into the chest. And Jack Morris, he's been very good in defence, is now the Ron Massey side forced to work their way out as they're driven back towards the try line there. Cullen, he's picked up his tempo since he copped that hit.
Yeah, mate, certainly has. He's an energetic player, Mitchy Cullen. He's always having hit-ups, always trying to put good shots on.
Ashcroft takes them forward this time. Aldridge now with a double pump. Davies back on the field. Quick play the ball. Aldridge will make the most of that and gets them up towards the halfway.
Just got confirmation there, mate. Brendan Waters is in number 20. Got some blood on his shirt, so change of jersey.
So taken back this time, Matt Hay. Been forced to do a fair bit of work early on in this half. It's only 3 minutes in. He's had 3 touches.
And that's what you want to see more from Josh Charles. Look at that post-contact meters, and he's still going.
Nice work by Charles, said.
That's what he's known for.
Definitely there for the Rebels. That one goes to Briggs. Briggs with a lovely ball to Walker now. What can he do? This is what he can do. Get them over the 30. As now Hay. Briggs again. Briggs lifting up his game, spinning out of the tackle. He's a wily character, isn't he, Briggs?
Mate, he is. He's very competitive. He's loud. He's energetic. He just loves footy, Randall, and he's tough as nails.
So here's CU. Ball comes out the back and doesn't find the target. Williams goes without it, and now here they come. Davies gets them up over halfway. This will be trouble here as Davies is still going up over the 40. Brushes off CU.
Great effort.
Now Ron Massey Cup, they need to put something together here and make the most of the break as they get over the 30-metre line. Inside ball. Free ban. He gets them centre field. There's Waters now. Oh, that's a good run there. Jack Morris gets them up to the 10-metre line. Freeban goes right. Aldridge. Now the long ball. This will be troubled, stretching the Rebels' defence here, but they shuffle, they adjust, and they do it quite easy in the end. Goes over the top of Davies. Inacicio. What can he do? We know he's dangerous. And he's very strong as he palms away from one. The acceleration's there.
He took off there well, didn't he? Nice right-hand palm.
Dummy half. This could be close, and this will be a try. Shane Keel saw the lazy markers there and just dove over in the end.
Yeah, mate, he did. They're finding it. They're picking their timing really well, the Ron Massey Cup. As soon as they get that little bit of, a little bit of a sniff, they're taking it with both hands. And you see on the replay when we get it up, he's just seen that quick replay, and he's low to the ground, a couple of metres out from the try line. So great work there for him.
Inacicio, the quick play the ball, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The run, as we mentioned, his acceleration.
Yeah, look, Simon Williams just doesn't get up there quick enough. He just finds himself backpedaling a little bit and can't meet him there. And
Keel just got low and good body height, and
yeah,
and that's how you score him from that far out.
Yeah, and it's pretty hard to stop. Matty Herman's a pretty tall bloke, so for him to stop someone coming at him, low to the ground, he'd be doing a good job to stop him there.
Yeah, certainly will. It's a tough kick, 10 metres in from touch. But Aldridge.
The Ron Massey team, their shorts look like boardies, don't they? I don't think they're sponsored by Canterbury. They're sponsored by Quicksilver.
And that one waved away. So the score remains 16-10. A nice try there to number 4, Shane Keel. Bouncing on it, so Matt Simon now with a restart. This one's a lovely high kick, centre field. As you said, he is a freak with the boot. Reaching for it there, and oh, that's good contact again.
Mitchie
Freeban was the attacking player. Now, the Rebels need to really lock the Ron Massey side down in their own quarter. But these yards are coming easier and easier now as the ball goes wide. Up over the 40, so playing on the edges now. As Davies goes flat, Inacisio. This time he's monstered, but he gets away again somehow.
Penalty? No.
No, he's called it back for tackle, so tackle 4 is called. Thought the ball may have still been in play there. Now they go across field. Morris playing on that right edge. Minhinnick down the short side, and that one rebounds off a Rebels player. 6 more is the call. Freeban gets it back on the inside. Here's Flamenco with a little kick for himself. Lovely grubber kick. Bounces up into his own hands. Now
offside.
He goes for Aldridge. Aldridge may have been in front.
As
it bounces up, and somehow Josh Charles got the ball.
Yeah, great work, Charlesy there covering for Matty Simon. I thought Aldridge was offside by a country mile there after the second kick, but geez, it's just really elusive, the fullback, isn't he, Omar?
Well, he's casually elusive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say really elusive. He just meanders up and somehow gets past his first man, and now the Rebels trying to get it out of their own half. Haven't had much chance here today, and that time Allen takes them forward. Built like a tank. And now Brad Murray gets the ball downfield, and here's that man we're talking about, Schlamankel. This time he'll pass it to Miski. Miski gets them up over the 22.
Just see the captain, Warren Shillings, replace Simon Allen after the first 10 minutes. He'll be looking to inject himself. Old pillow.
Yeah, good run that time down the left side. Oh, gets the arm free as well. So up towards the halfway. Davies in the dummy half. Good quick play. The ball this time.
Folded.
Met, yes, as you said, folded. Like a piece of origami, David. As Davies goes down the field. Oh, that's a good kick there. But Simon, well positioned. And now, what can he do in broken field? Davies with a good kick chase off his own kick.
Yeah, he done well there, Davies, to get Matty there. Is that played at?
Yeah, played at there. So penalty, didn't really need to go for it there. Free ban.
Nah, it's probably not really the right option there, is it? You know, he passes that, just move across and make the tackle.
Well, they're under a lot of pressure here, the Rebels, and I guess the idea would probably be for the pressure to continue, but now it's alleviated and they get themselves another couple of 20 metres. Not the best kick there by Murray, but they will be on the front foot here, the Rebels. Matt Herman taking another solid hit up the middle.
He just keeps going, Matty Herman. Last few years at West, he's the first one to crack a beer Friday afternoon, and he's the last one to finish Monday morning, but he leads everything at training.
Well, Cullen certainly has stepped up as well. And yes, we can confirm Paul Carter was injured at half-time as well, that pec injury. He succumbed to that. This is Shillings, the captain. He's had a big game here. And they're up towards the 40 now, so attacking. Murray will put the little kick in behind, turning the winger around. But in the end does well, Jordan Martin.
And that's
NRL
smart.
rookie.
Yeah, the NRL rookie. And that's smart from Brad Murray. You know, he could have probably forced a high kick or shift it, but he's put a nice grubber kick in. You know, put him on the 10-metre line, 20-metre line, and now, you know, with some good line speed, they might be able to force an error and make Ron Massey team work hard.
Yeah, definitely. The play of the ball getting slowed down a little bit here as Miski tries to get them out of trouble. Here's the try scorer, Shane Keel, alleviating some pressure off the forwards. He's the one you've got to watch out for in the CCO, but he's thrown to the ground that time by Wyborn. He gets a quick play of the ball again, though. So Aldridge now looking for Martin. Martin offloading. They're chancing their arm here, but they're driven back and they lose metres this time.
Yeah.
Schlamankel.
And
referee blows his whistle, though.
That's great. That's great work there from Ryan Walker and Brad Murray there. They could see them backpedaling and walks, and Brad really pushed the point of getting in front of their face and grabbing them for that fifth tackle. And look where they are now, halfway line, working the way in. Good ball.
Yeah, so inside the opposition half now. Good run. Simpson back on the field.
I think Coach Bettridge will be at home happy that he's playing these minutes. He's got to back up tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. We know he's a big fan of Bar TV, and he's watching in the comfort of his lounge room.
Mate, he would be. He'd probably have a 30-pack of VB. I think he's a VB drinker. Looks like one anyway.
Well, good run there. That time it was Jason Thompson from the Ron Massey side. Again, one marker for the Rebels, and now over the halfway line. Aldridge looking for the quick play ball. Freeband, he's been impressive.
Yeah, he's going well, isn't he? Plenty of work.
Aldridge now goes back, and this is space opening up. Waters gets it inside to Inacicio, who can't do anything this time. Now Davies takes the line on
Good shot.
See you. Took the man without the ball. Little push in the back. Be interesting to see how that fares.
Yeah, I missed it. I was just watching, the tackle. See if we can get a replay here.
Yeah, we definitely will. Thanks to the Bar TV Sports production crew as Davies hits it there. Yeah.
Terrence.
Thought he was getting the ball.
Yeah. Mate, I was just watching.
I love the look of Terrence CSU. Every time he gets penalised against, it's the most innocent look.
Yeah. It's probably the same look he gives his wife at home. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Blame the kids. The ref's obviously not happy with some penalties at the moment. Having a chat there
to Shillings. And yeah, maybe just a little warning there just to temper it a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing really happening.
Nah, mate. It's just a good contest. Both sides are giving it each other. The contact's hard, and it seems to be a pretty physical game, which is what we want to see. And you probably expect that from two of the stronger comps in New South Wales outside of New South Wales Cup.
So Aldridge this time, he'll line it up. One of his easiest attempts here tonight, and it makes no mistake of it. So 2 penalty goals kicked now for the Ron Massey side. They're definitely not here to throw the ball around. They want to come home. It's the sheep station on the line.
Yeah, that's right. They want the W, and I guess they'll want to jump back on the bus and celebrate on the way home, straight to the cross. Oh, massive floater.
A lot of players coming from Wentworthville, so maybe Wenny RSL's on the cards as the ball now rucked out of their own line, off their own line. That's a very good hit there. Coming over the top was Wyborn with Matt Herman as well. Again, the work he's got through is amazing. As Robinson, the captain, back on the field.
I think Matty Herman's got to praise your mate Bill Coffey. I think he's been going into pinpoint Matty Herman with his roommate Joshy Nielsen and good mate Jake Finn.
So penalty there. This is Ron Massey Cup. Pinpoint doing some great work for athletes all around the Hunter.
Great to see Jake Finn in there too, getting his dad body ready.
Of course.
Ripping into shape. Summers a
Rebels player himself. So here we go, back to the action. Ron Massey Cup now on the attack. There's been Hinnick. Takes them towards centre field. Aldridge. And Inacicio, he's lighting them up at the moment.
He's injected himself well, isn't he?
He looks like a whippet, but he's running like a greyhound out there at the moment. And now they go wide. Davies takes the line on again. Looks good when he runs the line. Here's Omar. Omar bounces off one, looking to offload the ball, but he might not need to as he goes towards the line. He surges. He gets an arm out.
Knock
and
on.
he's lost the ball there. As we said, he's casually dynamic, isn't
Mate,
he?
He is. It just doesn't look like anything's on, and then he just goes bang, 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 and he's through. It's just crazy to watch in real life. Like what you said, it doesn't look like there's anything on, and he gets through. Great work there from T. I think Terrence, he missed the initial tackle and didn't give up and kept going, and
Came back certainly and
forced the error.
the Rebels are up against it now. 57 minutes down, 58 as it ticks over. 18-10 the score. Ron Massey Cup in the lead at the moment.
I think if I was the Rebels, mate, I'd be shifting it a little bit how they did when they first started. They seem to have a lot of success there, and
Well, Elias looks like he's coming to the sideline now for the first time in the match.
he's probably got the world's best rig, James Elias. You stay away from him in the shed.
So that gets him up to the 30.
Yeah, he's replacing Randall Briggs on the edge by the looks of it as Matty Hay, another
Briggs
strong
comes-
carry.
Briggs is shaking his leg at the back there as well, and yeah, it was a good carry there and little knock on. So Simon was 3 steps ahead of where he should have been, really.
Yeah, and that's unlucky to Matty. He doesn't stop trying, and he probably just gets ahead of himself just a little bit there. He was looking to take off and just didn't have eyes on the prize, but unlucky to Matty there. He'll make up for it in other ways, but
He's been good, hasn't he? His positional play has been there and thereabouts all game. He's kicked well, he's run well, but that's the first blemish of his night there tonight. And now Ron Massey with another chance to attack here. Around the corner, Miski straightens the ball up, links up with his winger in Jordan Martin. So winger to winger, you don't see that too often.
Brad Murray.
Yeah, we might get a replay on that. As
the ninth come in for a bit of facial work there, I think, on the NRL rookie Jordan Martin.
Jordan Martin wouldn't be used to that.
Nah.
As we see here, and
I think Brad might.
Murray comes
straight across.
across. I wouldn't say it was swinging arm, but he
got in there, but
I'd almost say Jordan Martin jumped into it.
Yep. Okay, we'll run with that.
So they kick for touch now.
He's got a bit of grubbiness about him, Brad. It's one of the best blokes going around. You don't think he'll put one on your chin, but he does, and that's great contact there from the halfback and Jimmy.
Jack Morris taking it forward for Ron Massey. Waters standing wide, but
forced the error too.
Yeah, nice work. Brad Murray making up for the penalty he just gave away. So loose carry, says the referee.
I'm sensing Brad must know a few of these boys from his junior career, because he seems to be giving a fair bit of lip, and that's a part of his game, but it just seems to be having a little bit.
What halfback doesn't do that? Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're a halfback not giving lip, you're a hooker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. They're all like it.
So the ball comes out. Looking to offload the ball, and this time the ball goes loose for the Rebels in front of the sticks. Won't be happy with that. Josh Charles tries to get, as you said, those feet moving and hands in there. Was there? No, he's lost that cold.
No, he carries the ball in between both arms, Charlesy, and he's got a really good bump. But when you've got other defenders in there trying to hold their elbows and work that wrestle, I guess that can promote a loose carry, which is what happened there.
So here's Waters standing in halfback. Trouble on the edges here. This could be close. Taken over the sideline.
Yeah.
Manhennick almost slicing through, but Ryan Walker, good, reads the play well, and that's a very good effort there.
He just sums it up. It's just all class. It doesn't really matter where Walks is. Like, he played 5'8" last year. He's played fullback this year. He's played centre last week. And then just watch this. He sums it up, lets him go. Okay, I'm going to get hold of you now. And
special mention as well to Matty Hay. He got him around the jersey and pulled him over.
And good work from him too. Like, working with his centre. A lot of centre wingers that are fresh, they don't work real together. So it was good on I guess it shows the trust that Matty has in Walks to let him handle it by himself, and then he jumped in when needed.
Good run as Kupu back on the field. Nice little top knot there. Now looking to make their way up the field. At the Rebel side. Oh, good hit there. Cullen. He's copped a barrage here tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Up around the head as well. And
yeah, another
yeah, free ban. It's been a very good battle between those two.
Mate, it has. It's great. He's a tough competitor, Mitchie, and you'll watch him now. He'll come down, he'll get set, and he'll rip in D. But
Jordan Martin put on his back, dropping the ball as well. So the Rebels now with the first chance really to attack here in this second half as Murray stands in a dummy half, almost dropping the ball was Elias, and he slammed onto his back now. They go behind Kupu, see you wide. Williams straightens the attack, and they're over the 22 now. Here's CUC calling for the ball. Inside now, Kupu. 10 metres out.
Wouldn't mind seeing Terrence take on the line. Here you go. It's a pretty strong ball runner.
Cullen now in behind to Murray. Murray goes behind. Simon ducks under one, ducks under two.
Oh.
He's caught awfully short. Almost there. Had Walker on the outside, couldn't pop the ball. Going over, is he going to be held up? No, he's driven back, gets it to Walker. Walker offloads, and oh, how did he get that over? Matt Hay jumps over, and that is a try.
Yeah, great work to the Newcastle Rebels. Just keeping the ball alive. There's probably 2 or 3 tackles there where, you know, that probably should have stopped there. Great work from the ninth, self-claimed ninth immortal, Brad Murray, keeping the ball alive.
He somehow kept that alive, and maybe his stature as the ninth, it probably would have been called held any other day of the week, but he got away with it. As we see here, Murray puts himself in a dummy half, tries to do it all himself, somehow gets that ball away. And Walker, too alert, and gets it over, and Hay.
Well deserved too, Big Matty Hay. He's working hard. He's always putting his hand up to have a carry coming out of your own try line, and that's pretty rare. You get the wingers and centres that come in and show some feet and try to find a weak shoulder. Matty Hay don't care. He'll just pick you out and run straight at you, and he's got a great bump, and I've been on the back end of a few of them in pre-season this year, and mate, he's got a lot of power behind him, and mate, I think he's got. If I was a selector, I'd have him in that sky blue jersey out of the other wingers that are there. Hopefully they do pick the wingers. They don't pick 4 centres.
Murray from the sideline comes off the side of the boot, won't come around. So the score remains 18-14. Ron Massey Cup. 15 minutes remaining in this fixture. The Rebels, they looked out on their feet before, and now there's a spring in the step. There is a buzz in the crowd here at Maitland Sports Ground.
Yeah,
here on Bar TV Sports.
They'll need some energy. The Rebels, they've got a lot of middles that have played some big minutes. So, mate, they'll need the Matty Hayes, and they'll need Matty Simon and Jimmy Elias, who's just come on. They'll need them to come in and help them out.
Well, this time they go for depth off the kick, and they find it. Here's Kupu. Kupu winds up. He's lost the ball just as they were on the front foot. And you can see the Ron Massey side congratulating each other.
Yeah, they're
disappointed with that Kupu. He's had some very good carries here today, but that one's certainly not his best.
Yeah, he definitely comes off the back fence. You know, Tommy, he's strong. He doesn't slow down. There's no handbrake. You know, he's that shorter stature. I think if you could give him a bit of advice, it'd just be crouch a little bit so he's not so upright. You know, a lot of the carries that he's had earlier on in the game, he seems to be getting some good defenders to hit him a bit below the belly.
So Jack Morris not binding in the scrum, running wide, the centre out there, the second rower, sorry. Now here's the captain, Robinson. He's been good the minutes he's played.
Yeah, he's had a fat game too.
He's the most experienced in the side. Turning back inside, that time again, Morris, second carry of the set. Now they go wide. Waters stepping, almost slicing through. showing all his experience. Morris standing in at first receiver, going wide. Now looking for Davies. Davies, free band, cutting through. Can he offload? No, he can't. They're a metre out from the try line. Now they go in behind, a little bit of confusion. Omar with a grub and kick, and Simon well positioned again from the Rebels fullback.
Yeah, he's in all the right spots so far, Matty Simon. He's doing a great job out the back as Walks has a nice strong...
Oh, nice walk. Walker now, has he got the pace? Martin comes from behind, and he's taken around the throat.
They've let it go.
They have let that go. No, it's going to be called back. Robinson grabbed him around the throat. He was almost garroted there.
Yeah, mate, there's that power of him coming through again, you know. Nice scoot, nice sea line, finds a gap, and he sees the winger coming. And
he didn't back himself there. Jordan Martin rounded him up pretty quickly, and Robinson from behind.
That's a bit of a shock too. I was about to shut the gates on Hawks. There's not many people that catch him in the Newcastle.
I was up in my seat calling that one home. As we go back to the action now, the penalty taken by the Rebels. They find some nice ground there. Cullens, first receiver. Here's Kupu again, launching himself into the opposition. The game's certainly heating up here as Cullen gets another touch on the ball. Allen bumping away from a couple. Gets some centre field. That's a good run.
Oh, they were both on the ground.
Now Wyborn goes out from dummy half. Can't find a runner, but he's close. He's caught awkwardly. See comes out. As we said, strong ball runner, but can't find...
Yeah, well defended from Reece Davies there.
Yes, free ban as well. Now Murray in behind, bouncing, rebounding off a Ron Massey Cup player.
Oh.
It wasn't six more. Brad Murray had the chance to dive on it, but...
Yeah, there was a lack of urgency on that loose ball there. I think they were waiting for the six again, or, you know, the boys were waiting for someone else to grab it.
So 18-14 the score. We're closing into 10 minutes to go here at Maitland Sports Ground. Now the Ron Massey Cup side. They didn't need that, the Rebels. Penalty midfield, centre field. That'll get them over halfway, you'd think. As Schlamankel has the ball, but he'll pass it on there to his winger in Mishki.
Or Josh Mansell.
And again, Jack Morris, he takes off a tap. This time he's driven back. He's certainly taken a lot of workload off his middle forwards. Waters with a flat ball. Inacisio gets out again of the tackle.
He's slippery, that 17, isn't he? He's got spiders.
Here's a
on
Davies cuts through. So the little men turning the big men of the Rebels around at the moment. And here they come attacking. Oh, nice long ball by Freeban. They come back. Schlamankel. He's taken down. Almost surrendering in the tackle there. There's nothing else was happening. Cook in at dummy half. Mishki, flick pass. Looking for Waters, finds his fullback in Omar. Coming across his Hay does well. Turned around, forced to chase. He had 3 or 4 Ron Massey players attacking him.
Here's that man again.
Yeah, nice run again by Walker.
Putting his hand up to do the tough work. Walks.
Here's Hay.
Look at that. He's just
Bumping
got a
off
great
Cook.
bump on a front rower.
Looking for the ball. Taking the pressure off the forwards here who look to be tiring, to say the least, for the Rebels.
40-20 attempt.
Yeah, Murray looking for the 40-20 again. Probably won't find it this time, but they'll be deep in the corner on the right-hand side.
That's great work. That's not a bad option there, mate.
Schlamankel was forced to take the tackle. It was a good chase by the Rebels, led by Murray.
They can't afford a loose tackle or, I guess essentially that Jordan Martin find his front. They need to really rip in here, the Rebels, to keep the pressure on. There's only a couple of minutes left, 8 minutes left, and they're 4 down, so they need to work hard here.
Moving forward now, Hayden Ashcroft. Hasn't been used too much in the match. As Cook's in a dummy half. Waters looking for runners. Finds Morris. Morris.
Good contact.
We'll be thanking him later for that ball.
Straight to C4 at the John Hunter.
Waters kicking it midfield, centre field, and again, great positioning by Simon. Simon, good footwork there by the fullback as well. As Hale move into dummy half, the forward's very slow getting back for this Rebel side.
It's probably a result, mate, of only having the one middle on the bench.
Gets the ball out to Walker, and
what's happening
that's
here?
A penalty there. We might get a look at that one because yeah, that's a little confusing. So
yeah, I don't know what he said.
Wasn't involved.
So there's a carry.
Maybe called held, did he?
Offload? No.
I thought there was nothing wrong with that, but no, he's going to call that back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. I didn't see anything there.
So taking the ball up now is Kennedy. They're on Massey side. Free ban. Nice little short ball. Robinson goes towards the line, but in the end he's pulled up half a metre short. They go behind Kennedy. Waters gets the ball. Morris.
Oh, great work.
Yeah, Murray picks him up and drives him into the ground.
His defence has been really good. Must really want to go to Queensland soon, Bradley.
Yeah, definitely has Kennedy taken maybe high. Cook with a chance now. Cook, he's close. He spins. He can't get over. Cullen gets his hands around the ball.
Yeah, he done well there, Mitchie.
So Kennedy in a dummy half. Davies goes behind. This is going to be trouble on the far side. As Keel, he's held. Just running out of room there. Here's Davies again looking to kick across field. Does that. Walker, he somehow comes up with it, but it's going to be called a knock on. And again,
that's unlucky.
It was in goal, so.
Oh, they're saying he's offside. Taken with it, taken out.
Taken out. There you go. As we see the replay, it was a well.
Yeah, just gave him a little nudge, a little elbow.
It was a well-positioned kick, wasn't it? Targeted for the post there, went right across them. It was a hard one to take. And as you said, they're going to go for goal here, so that'll put them a try in front. We may see a draw.
Yeah, we might. It's they're 4 ahead, and like what we said in the first half, they've probably taken. How many penalty goals have they taken? They would have taken 3 or 4, wouldn't they?
Yeah, this will be
they only scored the 1 try.
Looking back at the notes, yeah, this will be the 4th penalty goal.
Yeah. So they're
tries.
They're taking the NRL new trend, I guess, which just quietly is making me want to watch paint dry every time there's a penalty. Let's kick a goal, especially when you've got 20 on Jason Tomalolo first try score and they kick when they're dead middle.
Well, the flag goes up that time. So the score extends. Ron Massey Cup 20, Newcastle Rebels 14. Here at Maitland Sports Ground.
A nice wobbly inside freaky Matt Simon torpedo kick. Something would be good here. If you can hear me, Matthew.
Nice little 10 metre up and regather.
Yeah, up and under. Is that union? That's your terminology.
Yeah, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, and he's done it too.
He cooked.
On.
Yeah, that's well done. We called it. We picked it as wide ball. Now he goes forward. He's still going. Simon now in a dummy half. Looking for Kupu, who winds up and launches himself over the 22.
He runs with so much intensity, doesn't he?
He almost jumps through the line that time. Now Cullen. They go in front of him. Murray with a long ball out wide to Hay. He'll run out of room and take the ball 10 metres out. Now Murray gets it to Elias, and Elias still going. He was looking for runners off his hip there.
Yeah, he certainly was. He had a fat World Cup, Jimmy, for Lebanon.
Now Cullen comes around. See you, takes them on. Little kick in behind. Mishke is up for it, is he? No, he has to bat the ball back. Josh Charles was steaming onto it, and it'll be a dropout here, so they'll get a repeat set.
And not a bad option there from Terrence. It's third or fourth tackle. It's got a repeat set. I guess it would have backfired if he didn't get that, but I probably would have tried to give Simon Allen some early ball. He's got crazy footwork.
Well, Matt Simon here, and here he goes again. Kupu! What about that, Dave Dryden?
Oh, that's insane. That is so good to watch.
Here's Allen now. 1-2 punch from the Rebels.
He definitely does not have a handbrake, that bloke.
Well, he's got no respect for his body, I know that.
No, he doesn't.
So here they come now, looking for wide runners. Walker straightens. Can't get through, though. Murray calling for it. Needs a quick play the ball. They're on the front foot here, the Rebels. Little kick in towards the goalpost for CU.
Oh.
Taken out. Oh, he's been given 10.
See you later.
Taken out. It's Davies, is it?
Yeah, it is. Their playmaker, Reece Davies.
Not happy is Tim Robinson, but we'll get a replay on it. He was definitely nudged off the ball. Don't know if it warrants 10 in the bin.
Oh, well, that's a professional foul these days. So.
But was he going to score the try?
Nah, mate, he wasn't. But, you know, like, you can...
We'll see the replay here. Anyway, it was, again, that set move. We saw it work in the first few minutes.
Yeah, I reckon it's a sin bin.
It's a sin bin?
Yeah, I reckon. Cause, you know, you have a look there. T's going to make a play for that ball. So, if, you know, even though the fullback made a play and put it out of, you know, put it in dead ball, you know, if there was a little bit of pressure there, he might not get that initial, you know, contact on that ball.
Well, here we go. This is what we came to see.
Yeah.
We thought he was going to go again, as now they go wide. CU gets it out. Driven back. So Kupu was charging up, but he was called back, and here he is now. This time he steps off his left, and he keeps the legs driving and gets them a couple of metres out.
He seems to get better as the game goes on.
Oh, CU had to have the no-look pass there. It opens up, though. Dangerous. Here they come. It's dangerous. Open play. Oh, taken. Wyborn needs a quick play, the ball. Goes himself. Does he get over?
Oh, he's saying it's knock on.
It's a knock on. Wow. Josh Charles. He looked up. He looked everywhere. He went himself. He slams the ball down.
That's unlucky. That's his specialty.
So the clock will pause.
His bump. Oh.
We've got about a minute remaining.
Jeez, he must have had a real good view of that, the ref. Looked like he had control of it there. Might have had a little bubble in there. Lost control of it for a little bit, but I think we might have a bit over a minute.
Yeah, we've got a minute remaining on the official clock. As we go back now to the action, will the Ron Massey Cup side turn the ball over? The Rebels may get one more chance at the play. 36 seconds left remaining. They need to play the ball as Cook gets it to Mishke. Offloads to Cook. This could be the end of it here, David.
Yeah, mate, it looks that way. But, you know, the Rebel boys are, you know, they're trying their hardest. I was a bit surprised with Jordan Martin offloading with, you know, the last minute left working it out. But
Kennedy now.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Waters has to kick towards the sideline. It's a good kick, but Simon, he gets around, dances with the sideline, flicks it inside. Hay will get the ball right on the stroke of full time, and the Ron Massey Cup side come away with the victory. As we hit full time, 20 points to 14, Dave. What a game.
Yeah, mate, it was. It was a great game. You know, the intensity was there, the collisions were there, everything you want to watch in a good game of football was there. As, you know, commiserations to the Rebel boys. You know, they worked hard. You know, look, you know, without putting a damper on it. I think they were probably just missing a middle or two. The Ron Massey boys just kept rolling, and all credit to the Rebel boys. They didn't stop. They didn't stop defending, and it just showed 4 minutes left, and Tama Cooper's just throwing himself into the line, and
it was a good effort there, and they nearly got away with it, didn't they? With that last play there, Josh Charles unlucky. Yeah. I thought to be called a knock on for that try. It'll go down as a contentious issue in this match, but in any case, the Ron Massey Cup side 20 points defeat the Newcastle Rebels. Thanks very much, Dave Dryden,
no worries, mate.
for joining us. Who was your best out there before you go?
Mate, I think Kurt Aldridge was pretty good for the Ron Massey. I'd say he was their best. Pretty close with Robertson, the prop, and the 13. I thought he was pretty good. And
for the Rebels?
Mate, the Rebels, I thought Walks was outstanding. I thought Brad Murray had a really good game, and Matty Herman went really well. He had a ton of carries. I think all the forward pack worked pretty hard, especially the middles. The old Shillo, my best mate, he had a ripper of a game as well. He was pretty good in defence. And mate, I actually thought Brad Murray had a really good game. I thought his defence was spot on. And so look, it's hard to pick one, but mate, for the Rebels, I'd say Walks or Matty Herman.
Well, you haven't picked one, but thanks very much for picking a couple there, Dave Dryden.
It's too hard.
We're Bar TV Sports. The final score: Ron Massey Cup 20, Newcastle Rebels 14. Of course, they will be naming that New South Wales resident squad soon after this match. And an after-match presentation. We'll bring all that to you for tomorrow's news. And, of course, tune in to Bar TV Sports across the weekend as we bring you the Newcastle Rugby League, Illawarra Rugby League, Canberra Rugby League, and, of course, all the other grassroots sports across our network. I'm Gareth Wozniak, and we'll catch you next time.